What's up, guys? It's Evan57 here. We are back on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and today I have a new weapon video for you. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. I know I'm a few days behind on it, but we have had a pretty big update for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and those of us that have the Season Pass, so if you don't have it, you definitely should get it, just got a brand new weapon, the OHM, or OHM. Which actually, yes, it's a thing. It is a machine gun / shotgun. Yeah, I know, crazy. Anyways, so we're going to be taking this weapon to the firing range in a second, but it is under the heavy weapons category. It is a directed energy weapon, and as you can see in the description, it has the ability to change between short and long ranges. So basically you get that, which is the standard version, and then you get the OHM Werewolf, which is another version of it that has +1 mobility and -1 accuracy. But today we'll be using the regular version because it's better, in my opinion. So I've unlocked multiple attachments and multiple camos for it, playing around with it. The setup I like to use is red dot sight, quick draw grip, and then advanced rifling. So go ahead and take this to the range. Now, it looks super cool. The first thing you're going to notice is it has a belt of ammunition going into it. It's like, what? Why the hell does it have that? Well, apparently Call of Duty decided that that was a good idea. So these targets represent the damage that it would take to kill a player in core. And as you can see, it has a really good fire rate. It actually only takes 3 to 5 bullets to kill somebody in core. It only takes 1 bullet to kill somebody in hardcore. So an interesting weapon, being that it is a one-hit kill like the AE4, which was the previous DLC weapon. Except for this weapon, you're going to notice that instead of having a battery, it actually has a magazine. So you can use the extended magazine perk if you want, if you're comfortable with iron sights. I'm going to go ahead and take this sight off for you and get rid of that. I'll just replace it with the laser sight and show you what the regular sight looks like. It's actually not a bad sight. It's a pretty good sight. You can aim down the sights really quick with the weapon. It's pretty good for strafe, but it has a very slow movement speed. Being that it's a heavy weapon, you can't run very fast with it, and you can't actually bring the weapon to bear very fast. So, personally, I prefer to actually have the red dot sight on there and forego the extended magazines. But think about that for a second. You have a weapon that could be a 60-round heavy machine gun, or if you press left on the D-pad, as you can see, now it toggles to the shotgun mode. So, really cool. As you can see, it fires a spread with the shotgun. So, think about that. If you use the regular variant, you have a 40-round shotgun. Look at that. You can just spray and pray. You can literally just run through anything shooting nonstop. Now, keep in mind, on hardcore, it does still take 2 shots to actually kill somebody in the shotgun mode, so it's not the most damaging shotgun. But if you were to use extended magazines, that would then give you 60 rounds. Think about that for a second. A 60-round shotgun. Yes, that's right, a 60-round shotgun. Completely, utterly ridiculous. But let's cover it. I'm going to go over here, and as you can see, normal distance 15 meters. Switch to shotgun mode, and it has an extremely brutal recoil, which is very, very annoying about that weapon. And basically at 15 meters, you can hit a target. I'm going to back off that and let it reset. Move the target out to 16 meters. And even at 16 meters, aiming down the sight, you can hit your target, but you can only hit that if you are using the advanced rifling. If we go ahead and take advanced rifling off and go back to the range, I will show you that you can no longer engage with the weapon at that distance, which is very, very annoying. So target 15 meters, and I'm going to unload the entire magazine. Not a single shot hit. So that's really, really annoying. This weapon is only good normally out to 14 meters, which is 1 meter less than most of the shotguns. Most shotguns can engage at 15 meters and still hit their target. So absolutely, definitely, you're going to want to use advanced rifling. Advanced rifling is like one of my favorite upgrades for it. I'm going to move the target all the way down, which of course you guys seen my firing range video, so you know how to do that. And the weapon still maintains a pretty doggone good accuracy, even with that high rate of fire. 40 shots, 40 hits. Since I'm using quick draw, you can pull up the weapon very, very quickly. It's not that accurate in a hip fire mode, so do bear that in mind. If you're hip firing, you're not going to hit the broadside of the barn. 15 meters, 37 shots, not a single round hit. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to talk about the cons to this weapon. So first off, it's a directed energy weapon. This is pretty much the biggest disadvantage to the weapon. You cannot shoot through any material, even glass. Therefore, if you're up against a bullet type weapon, the bullet type weapon is always going to win, unless they just completely suck with that gun. So keep that in mind. If somebody is behind glass or thin metal or cover that you would normally be able to shoot through, you can't shoot through it with this weapon. You actually would have to break the glass. Secondly, for being a directed energy weapon, it's the only directed energy weapon that actually has a magazine. Now, I know some of you are going to argue with me and say that, the other weapons have magazines, but technically they don't. They actually have a battery, which means that they have a cooldown. They don't actually have to reload. This weapon actually has to reload. So if you fire, 30 rounds and you just sit there, it's not going to reload itself. It's not going to cool down. Granted, with that being said, you can literally come and just hold down the trigger for all 40 rounds and not have to worry about the weapon overheating and then having a longer cooldown time. So kind of a con, but kind of a plus as well if you know how to deal with it. With that being said, though, the weapon at long range has enough recoil and just enough of a slower rate of fire that people can actually dodge the shots from it relatively easily. So one thing that you might want to do is swap, say, if you're comfortable with the sight being iron sights, swap this red dot for rapid fire and then go back to the range and test that out, because the rapid fire really increases the fire rate on this weapon. It also increases the recoil, and you're going to burn through your magazine a lot quicker, so you might want to use extended mags as well. But with the rapid fire, you put enough rounds downrange fast enough that people really can't walk in between the shots. So that's something good that you're going to want to keep in mind. Hopefully you guys like this weapon. It's going to be interesting when it comes out. It won't be available for everybody until the next DLC releases, so if you want to go ahead and play with this weapon and its other variant, you are definitely going to go ahead and get that season pass. Now, just for fun, we're going to take the werewolf. I'm going to take the same thing. I'm going to take the red dot sight, the quick draw grip, and go ahead and put advanced rifling back on there because it's like my favorite upgrade for the gun. And I'll let you see it. Basically, it has a different skin on it. It looks really cool. It has a slightly faster movement speed, but it's only +1 to movement speed, so bringing the weapon from an 8 to a 9. But as you can see, it is jumping around quite a bit more, and that's because it has -1 accuracy, so the recoil is pretty brutal. I don't actually like this variant unless you are more of a run and gun gamer and playing like Momentum or something like that, and then you might like this better for the increased movement speed. Otherwise, I would just recommend that you run the normal variant. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, go ahead and post a comment. I'll get back to you as quick as possible. Otherwise, smash the like button, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I will be doing a couple videos with this weapon on actual in-game gameplay. You guys might have noticed the fact that I did use this weapon in my channel news as a bit of a teaser, letting you guys know that I would be doing a video on it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed.